Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. You know the vibes, it ain't a problem. You can just subscribe, and if you're returning, hello lover, hello baby, hello boo. So in today's video I'll be talking to you guys about my skin struggles, my skin problems. I want to close the window because it's noisy outside. As I was saying, today I'll be talking to you guys about my skin struggles. So it's just gonna be a chit chat video about where I've been with my skin and my skin journey, and just like it's something close to my heart. It's something that I've been really insecure about for the longest time until now, that I had to learn to love, or learn to embrace, and to show, not to show it, but to embrace it, and to help other people that might be going through the same struggles that I've been going through for so long. So I just want to start off by saying, ever since I was a child, I struggled with eczema. And if you don't know what eczema is a skin condition. I'm gonna Google it so I get the accurate description, and I know what it is, but I don't want to give you what I think it is. It's an itchy inflammation of the skin, and it usually develops in early childhood and is more common in people who have a family history of the condition. And so with that being said, I think my dad had eczema, but let me not talk about all of that. But I had eczema ever since I was a child. And when I was a child, I used to struggle with a lot of bullying. I used to go through a lot of bullying. I used to go through a lot of discrimination. I used to go through a lot of self-doubts since I was a child. And thinking about it now, like at my big age, thinking about it, it was probably not an ideal way of growing up, doubting myself, you know. And at my age, I look at little girls and I look at little children, and I never want them to grow up doubting themselves, and I never want them to be insecure about how they look, to be insecure about their bodies, to be insecure about their skin, to just be insecure in general. And thinking that I was at that place when I was younger, I know how it feels. I know how it feels not wanting to be around a group of other children, because you know the bullying that is going to come with that. I know how it feels. So when I was in crèche, I don't know how to say that, but when I was in preschool, let me say preschool. So when I was in preschool, I got bullied for my skin because I had eczema around my cheeks, like all over my cheeks. So I had patches here and all over, and I remember the kids in preschool didn't want to sit with me or didn't want to play with me because they thought they would get it too, because they thought it was, I don't blame them because we were just children, but it really got to me. They thought they would get it, so they didn't want anything to do with me. I only had one friend, and I still remember her, but I forgot her name, but I remember how she looks. I still have one. I mean, I used to have one friend only, and she, you know, there's always that one sweet child, you know. She was that one. And the bullying in preschool was the worst. I'm not gonna lie, it was the worst, because also it came from little kids, and I didn't understand how can little kids be so mean. Little kids, kids are mean. I don't understand. Kids are so mean. They were so mean to me. Like I remember one birthday, my mom bought cake to the school, and that group went to my mom, and they were like, oh, this cake is too sweet anyways, it's Irene's, and they didn't want to eat it. And I was like, okay. Like when my mom told me the story, I was just like, what? Okay. And I remember there was a point where I got bullied so much that I had to be like isolated. Not isolated, but the teacher had to, she did like reprimand the other children, but I was too emotional, so she had to like isolate me, like take me to the smaller children, like to the smaller children's like class, so I feel better. So I used to, like, I sat there with the smaller children after we did schoolwork, because it was really hard for me. And thinking about it now, like having to go to the smaller children because they couldn't talk, they couldn't say anything to me, that wasn't supposed to, they were supposed to talk to the other kids, not me. I wasn't supposed to be isolated, they were supposed to be, you know. And then as I grew up, I grew up in Pretoria until I was in grade 2, and then I had to move to Rustenburg. So when I moved to Rustenburg, the one thing that I was scared about wasn't meeting new people, because I've never been a really shy kid. I've never been really shy. The problem was me getting used to, like, people getting used to me and how my face looks, because in Pretoria people were already used to that. So the bullying got better. When I got to primary school, the bullying was better. No one really bullied me. They didn't really care anymore. And then now thinking of coming to move to Rustenburg, grade 3, it's also primary school kids. And I remember the day before I was just like, nah, it's whatever. And then I came, when I went to school, they were like looking at me, like, when you're looking at and also it's because I also joined in the middle, not the first day of school, I think a week after like school had started, that's when I joined. And they were just like, they were looking at the new kid. Time I wasn't even wearing school uniform because I hadn't bought school uniform yet. I was just wearing home clothes and I was there, and they were just looking at me like, and I was so insecure. I remember I felt so insecure about how I looked and how my face looked, and I cried. I cried, and I was just like, what? And so growing up, my skin got better, like at around grade 6, grade 7, I'm not gonna lie, grade 8, grade 9, my skin got better. My face was okay. I got by, and I got, like, all the treatment started to help, started to work. And then grade 10, I got like this patch on my back. It was like literally this small patch on my back. I'll insert, no, I don't have pictures from then, but I have pictures for this year. And then grade 11, okay, so I went to the GP, and they didn't really help much. The GP didn't really help much, and they gave me, like, they kept saying it's fungal infection. I was like, okay, cool. And that's also one thing, when people ask me like what's on my back, I was afraid to say it's fungal infection, because fungus, everyone's thinking fungus, like the kids, oh my gosh, high school kids, not even high school kids, just people in general, you say fungus and they're thinking, oh, she's so disgusting, that's what my mind told me. And so I was just like, I don't know. So everyone, like, some people would ask me like, what's on your back? I'd be like, I don't know. And until I was really conservative about my back, so I wouldn't let people see my back. And so it got worse until like 2 weeks ago or a week ago, I posted on my Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you go follow me on Instagram. But I posted it on my Instagram because it got really worse, and it was really bad, and it was itchy, and it was painful. And every time, like, when you're in the shower, not even water hitting it, just steam touching it, it's so itchy and it gets so like painful and it burns. And so we didn't really have dermatologists in Rustenburg. They're all in Pretoria, so we had to make an appointment with one lady. She usually comes to Rustenburg like once in a while, but she's also a dermatologist from Pretoria, and we did, and I got there. So it was really okay, the process of me getting to the dermatologist. So guys, now like the first part of the video, I'm just explaining like what I've been through, and I'll explain what I feel. Like, I'm trying to not get my emotions into this part, because I'm just explaining the whole process of my back. And so we went there on Monday, last Monday, whenever, I don't know when I'm gonna upload this video, but we went there, and she said it was what rosacea. I forgot what she said it was. I took a screenshot. She told me, and I searched it, and I took a screenshot. It wasn't actually eczema, it was psoriasis rosacea, psoriasis rosacea gebet, I think that's what it's called. And I was like, what? Everyone was telling, like, all the GPs was telling me that it's fungal infection, and they gave me the wrong things, and apparently like the things that they were giving me were like actually very wrong, and they made my skin worse. And so I was just like, whoa, okay, cool. And then she said to me that she's gonna take pieces of my skin, and so she gave me 2 injections, and then she pulled out 2 pieces of my skin. I'll insert pictures of how it looked after. I'll just insert pictures. But that's basically like my skin struggles. about how I feel about it, and the getting into the bullying and getting into people's mindsets and getting into what I was really insecure about. So I was never really insecure until people pointed out my flaws. And that's one thing, like one point that I would try to get through to people. No one really knows that there's something wrong with them until one person points out not even something wrong with them. They don't think there's not, like, I didn't think there's something wrong with me until someone was like that. And then that's when I started, like, don't bring into light what people are trying to dim. That's what I'm basically trying to say. If I see myself, I look at myself in the mirror every single day, I probably see what's wrong with me. If I don't, I see it. Don't tell me, you know. If you think, if I haven't spoken about it, don't bring it into light. For instance, you see that my hair is looking some way, I probably know. You pestering on the situation, you pestering on how my skin looks is just gonna make everything worse. It's gonna make me feel insecure about myself, you understand? And that's what I felt ever since I was a child. Ever since going to preschool and those kids bullying me, because when I was at home, no one, I don't know, like, there was nothing wrong. Like, my mom didn't make me feel any different, no one made me feel any different until I went out to preschool and those kids bullied me. And so what I felt from then was like, yo, it was really bad. And the pain that I had to go through with my back, not even my face, my eczema wasn't painful at all. It was just how it looks. It wasn't painful, it was just itchy sometimes, but then the treatment helped. But my back, the pain that I experienced with my back, the day that I decided that we're gonna really go to the dermatologist was the day I posted that picture on Instagram, because I went to the shower and then I turned on the shower. As soon as I went in, the steam hit my back, and child, I was like, I felt like something was like, like fire was on my back. And I went out of the shower and I took a picture because I wanted to see. And then I was like, whoa, my back really looks this bad. And I wouldn't like take it to mind when like some of my friends would ask me like, what's going on with your back, like what's wrong with your back. I wouldn't take it to mind. I'd be like, I don't know, because I didn't want to say fungal infection, you know. And also there were like times where I didn't want to like show people my back because I was tired of the questions. Like, it was really tiring to always explain to people what's going on. Like, can we just like move on? Can we just like not make a scene? Can we not put lights on it? You understand? And so it really got to a point where I didn't even want to wear open back tops in public, because that's how insecure I was. And people might say like, it's just skin, and you know, skin is such a huge part of it's the first thing, like it's your appearance, it's the first thing people see, and people tend to associate what they see with who you are. So they tend to associate your appearance with the person that you are, and that's what I was afraid of. I was afraid people would be like, she doesn't take care of herself, you know, because that's what most people associate. Like, if you have acne, people associate it with you not taking care of your face, or you don't have a skincare, and it's not that. It's just skin conditions, and skin is such a huge part of a human being. It's all over. You can see it all over, and people having to see that was just like, for me, it was just like it hurt me so much. Even today I think of it and I'm like, it's probably not a big deal, but it is, because there's so many people out there that are so insecure about how they look, but people that are struggling to even embrace their skin, people that are struggling to embrace who they are just because of how their skin looks, you know. And I just want to really come on here and tell you, it does not matter what skin condition you have, it does not matter how your skin looks, it does not matter how anything looks on your body. Your worth comes from within. And it sounds cliche, it sounds mediocre, it sounds whatever, but it comes from within. And the amount of power that you hold within you, you know. And I remember I was crying the other time because also I got pills. I got a huge amount of pills, but I had to stop taking them because they were really strong on me. And 2 nights ago I vomited so much. I remember I was vomiting and I felt like I'm gonna vomit my guts out, like I am going to die, like I'm dying. And that's when I was like, whoa, skin, just this little spot can become such a huge thing, you know. And I just wanted to come on here to share that we all go through things. We all go through skin problems, we all go through body weight problems. It doesn't matter how perfect you think someone looks, no one is perfect. No matter what front they put up, no matter what no one is perfect, you know. And embracing your imperfections makes you human. Your imperfections only makes you human, because there's no one perfect except Jesus Christ, you understand? And I'm human, you are human, we're not, you know. So you should be proud of who you are. Be proud of whatever it is that you got going on. Be proud of your imperfections, because you know that makes you out, that singles you out of the whole population. That makes you your own person, that makes you your own human being, that makes you a being on your own. I just wanted to bring love and light into anything, and I'm getting help. I had to stop my pills, but my dermatologist said she's gonna send me an alternative, so I'm gonna have to see what that is. And yo guys, I never thought skin would be such a huge problem. I really never thought skin would be such a big problem that it turned out to be. And I hope this video helped someone, or it just made someone feel better about themselves, because they know that they're not the only ones, and they know that it's okay to have problems. It's really okay. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do not forget to give it a thumbs up, and do not forget to share this video with anyone that you think might find this helpful. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.